everyone. How are all the minions? Hello Kirito, Aishwarya, Sanspriya, welcome. Bonjour. Konnichiwa. Wow, nice. Watashi wa kita. I'm guessing that means welcome, hello, or good evening, or something like that. Well, welcome to yet another wonderful session, guys. Welcome all the minions. Welcome all the new enthusiasts. Welcome all the new timers out here. This is Shreyas here, your master teacher for physics at Vedantu. So first of all, how many of you were able to solve this question paper? Were you having some difficulty? And I hope you have checked the description link below, because in the description link there is a mock test and that contains the most expected questions for the upcoming JEE Mains 2021. So if you have solved that and if you feel confident, let me know, and if you're not confident, don't worry, that's why we are here. And also, we're going to discuss all the answers, the correct solution, the correct methods, and how you should solve this during the examination time. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello Priyanka, Dinesh, Nirupam. Welcome aboard. Hello, hello, hello Dinesh. Welcome. Yes. Hello Rudaya. Okay. So before we begin, I hope you know me, where to follow me. So you can just follow me on Instagram. That's my Instagram handle. All right. So that's where I keep posting a lot of stuff. Hello Mahadev, welcome. Yes, 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 yes. So looks like some people are smiling and some people are getting scared. Oh, is it? Okay, chalo, let's begin. And before we begin, I hope you will hit the subscribe button if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, because this channel is meant for all those people who want to study and who want to crack the JEE examination, BITS, SAT, CET, boards, and all other engineering entrance, and even medical entrance for that matter, in English medium. So that's the speciality of this channel. And if you already subscribed, go like and share these videos, share this channel, spread the word, grow this family with, amongst all your friends, relatives, cousins, whosoever would be interested. Do that. Okay, so let's begin, guys. And I hope you know the timetable for this week. In case you do not know, just have a look at it. In case you have missed any of these classes, remember you can watch it in the replays, in the past videos on this channel. Remember, I usually come every day at 7 o'clock. So at 7 o'clock, you're going to find me here. So today, let's discuss the most expected questions for the upcoming JEE Mains 2021. Even though you are 11th standard students, it's okay, guys, because there will be at least, I'm guessing, 40 to 50% questions from 11th standard. So let's see whether you can crack those questions as well. Yes, Nirupam, wave optics will be covered next week. Okay, so a lot of things are going to be covered next week. Hello VK, hello Samarth. Oh, don't worry Samarth, if you study under me, physics will no longer be scary. I can vouch that for you. All right, so it's going to be in fact, you are going to enjoy it. Trust me on that. So next week, guys, the timetable is going to be something like this. Modern physics, yes, modern physics plus waves. That waves includes everything. All the aspects, transverse, longitudinal, electromagnetic, light, all the chapters. So a lot of sessions in fact are coming up next week. So hold your breath. And the last week before the JEE Mains, we're going to conduct a lot of mock drills and strategy tips sessions and those kind of stuff. Yes, so some of you have already answered. So if the unit of mass, length and time are doubled, then what will be the unit of angular momentum? Most of you are saying A. So let's have a look. See guys, angular momentum is nothing but mr cross v, right? Mr cross v. So think about it, mass unit is doubled, velocity, all right, velocity has unit of length and second, both in the numerator and denominator. So what will happen? Denominator and numerator both will get multiplied by 2 because it is meters per second. So effectively it cancels out, and in r it will get multiplied by 2. So effectively I feel 2 into 2 is 4 times. So angular momentum's unit will increase 4 times. That's the answer for this particular question. And let's proceed ahead. Yes, quadrupled. Oh, a lot of you said A. Guys, you guys are wrong. I'm guessing you made a silly mistake. You guys said doubled. So see where you made the mistake. So the answer is quadrupled. Option C. Be careful. Be careful. Okay. See where you made the mistake. I think you either messed it up in velocity or maybe you, yes, quadruple is 4 times. 4 times. Double, see, tripled is 3 times, quadrupled is 4 times, 8 times is obviously 8 times. Okay, cool. Now let's get going to the next question. Okay, somebody said C, I'm not sure who, but yes, Kirito, yes. Cool. So I like the way Kirito talks in third person. All right. So the work done in increasing the size of a soap film of so and so size to so and so size is so and so joules. What is the surface tension of the film? Let's figure this out. These were the options given. Now, this was the soap film of certain dimensions. You are increasing the size of it. Now, let's mark the sizes first. Understand, if this is 10 centimeters, the initial width was 6 centimeters. Later on, the 10 centimeters remains, but it totally becomes 11 centimeters. So 6 was only this much, 11 is this much. Okay, so this is 11 centimeters. So obviously this much will be 5 centimeters. This is that extra area which has been added. Now recollect the formula for change in the area causing change in potential energy. Delta U is S delta A. In case you have forgotten, I'll remind you, USA, that was the keyword, USA. So delta U is S delta A. S is surface tension, correcto. Now delta U is given to be 3 into 10 to the power minus 4. Okay, that many joules. S is what needs to be figured out. Now delta A, be careful. See, this is that extra area. So how much is that area? 5 into 10. So, or 10 into 5. So 10 into 5, but that is centimeter square. So convert it into meter square. So into 10 to the power minus 4. Now there is one catch. Be careful. There are two areas. One area over here. This is the first surface. And there is a surface behind. That is the second surface. Do not forget, any film has two sides. One side here, one side here. So in all, two surfaces out there. So do not forget to multiply by 2. Only then you'll get the correct answer. So it will be S into 2 5s are 10. 10 into 10, 100. 100 into 10 to the power minus 4 is 10 to the power minus 2. Now S will therefore become 3 into 10 to the power minus 2. 10 to the power minus 2 will cancel. Only one of that 10 to the power minus 2 will remain. Remember, unit is Newton per meter. That is the answer. Okay, I hope this is clear. Yes, so 3 into 10 to the power minus 5. Bhargav, if you have missed that 2, then you will get a different answer. Do not forget that this 2 is because there are two surfaces. There are two surfaces. Be careful about it. One in the front, one behind. This film has two surfaces, exposed surfaces. I hope this is clear. All right. Cool. Let's get going to the next part. So these questions, guys, are meant to make sure that you improve, you realize your mistakes, you understand the key concepts of all the chapters. All chapters will be revised in these mock tests in a way. Also, it's very important that you do not solve chapter wise questions now in the last moment. In fact, right now your aim should be to solve mixed questions, because your brain should work in that random manner in that final examination. If you only solve a particular chapter's questions, then your brain will be focused to think in a particular way. But in the final examination, your brain should go from one topic to the other. Also, you need to manage time and stuff like that. Also, next thing, guys, let me tell you that PDF has been uploaded in the description box. So, you can simultaneously also see the options in the PDF if you have a bigger screen. Else, if you are on a mobile or a tablet, or if you don't want to open two screens, then just focus on the session. That will be better, I feel. Okay. Chalo, let's go to the next question. There is a magnetized wire of magnetic moment M, length L, and it is bent in the form of a semicircle of radius R. Then the new magnetic moment is, these were the options. Don't worry about the options. Let's see what the correct answer should be. Okay, let's try this out. So there was a magnetic wire who had a magnetic moment of M, magnetic length L. So this is the length of the wire. What are you doing? You are bending it, and you are bending it into form of a semicircle. It looks like this. Okay, now first of all, before proceeding ahead, here is what I am going to do. If let's say this was the length of that wire, the perimeter will still be L, correct? That wire was bent in the form of a semicircle, so L will still be the length of that wire or the perimeter. Now what is L? Think about it. L will be nothing but perimeter of a semicircle is pi r. That means the radius which will be there. Alright, so the radius will be L divided by pi. Cool? Next up, if I talk about the poles, there is a negative M pole here and positive M pole here. Now when you bend it like that, there is a minus M pole here and a plus M pole here, or north pole over there. Now what is the definition of magnetic moment? Magnetic moment is magnetic pole strength multiplied by magnetic length. Alright, so length into pole strength. Now in this scenario, when you bend it, can you see guys, that magnet which is formed is somewhat like this. Look at that. The magnetic length is different. Can you see the new magnetic moment? Okay, that new magnetic moment, alright, will be the same pole. Same pole is there, but the magnetic length, be careful, is only 2r, which is nothing but the diameter. Yes, it's the diameter, because that's the distance between the north pole and the south pole, and therefore it will become m into 2. What is the radius? We just figured it out. It was L by pi, but m into L is capital M, so this m and this L can be written down as capital M and 2 divided by pi. That is the new magnetic moment when you bend it. Yes. Okay, is the magnet invisible? Acha, maybe it was too light, but this is the magnet. I hope it is clear now. So this is that magnet. Cool? Understood guys? Great. Shall we go ahead? I hope you guys are realizing different concepts, and it's very important to solve these problems. You guys are going to revise everything. So pay attention, stay till the end. Trust me, don't worry. Alright, even if you have got all the answers wrong, it's okay. I am still with you. Every minion, all the V enthusiasts are still going to support you. We have come here to learn. We have not come here to get demotivated. So stay motivated, stay focused guys. Let's get going to the next question. So this was the answer, 2m by pi, like I just said before. Next question is as follows. The potential difference across a resistor is given to be so many volts. There is some error in the voltage, and the current through it is so many amperes. Again, there is some error in the current. Then the value of the resistor is how much? The ohms answer is given, and the percentage error in the resistance is also given. Let's try to figure it out. I have not tasted a magnet yet, Kirito. I don't want to do that. Oops, I don't want to show you the answer. Hold on. Okay, let's solve it here only. Okay, so there we go. Now, the way to solve this is, remember, resistance is voltage divided by current. Isn't that true? Resistance is voltage divided by current. Now, the most probable resistance will be the most probable voltage divided by the most probable current, which will be 4 ohms. So resistance is going to be 4 ohms. Now all of them have 4 ohms, so we cannot eliminate it yet. So the next thing that I'm going to do is, remember, R is V raised to 1 into I raised to minus 1. If you rearrange this formula, that's how it's going to look like. And remember errors and measurement. Relative error in R is 1 multiplied by delta V by V plus mod of 1 actually. Alright, mod of minus 1. Remember, there is always a modulus. The power which is there will come here in the form of modulus into delta I by I. That's the formula. Now just write it down. What is delta V? Delta V is 0.5 divided by 8 plus delta I. Delta I is 0.2 divided by 2. That is what you are going to get. See this guys. See if you are understanding this. Alright. So now when you solve that, what are you going to get? I think you are going to get 0.1625. So that is the relative error in resistance. So percentage error in resistance is 16.25%. Keep this in mind. So hence, this is the answer. I hope this is clear. I hope this is clear. Okay, cool. So this is the answer, guys. As simple as that. Yes, Kirito's new snack is magnets. Anybody wants to eat charges, masses, semiconductors? What else, guys? Come on. What are you guys going to eat? And please don't ask me to eat any of these stuff. I would rather prefer water. Okay, chalo, let's get going. Yeah, that's the answer. Next question, PN junction diode. My God, Kirito wants to taste copper wires. Science Priya wants to taste gravity. Gravity is a concept, but maybe you're talking about the earth. I'm not sure. Okay, in a PN junction diode, not connected to anything, which of the following is true? The potential is same. The P type is higher potential, N is lower. There is electric field. There is electric field, all right, from N to P or P to N. So let's try to figure which of these options are correct. Only one of them is correct. The moment you get that correct option, don't bother looking at the other options, all right? So what happens in a PN junction is you have P type, you have N type material. P type has holes, N type has excess electrons. Those electrons, when merged with the P type, they get transferred. And once they get transferred, all right, this part gets negatively charged, that part gets positively charged. So when the N type and P type merge, the electrons from N type jump over to the holes, filling up the gap. This becomes positive, this becomes negative. So there is an electric field from the N type to the P type. So from the N type to the P type, there is an electric field. So hence, the correct answer for this is there is an electric field at the junction from the N type to the P type. I hope this is clear. Yes. Is that clear, guys? All the minions out there and all the new people out here, don't feel shy. Feel free to interact, chat with your fellow minions, introduce yourself, make yourself comfortable, make yourself at home, feel at home. Yes, very good, Gayatri, very good, Manoj. Yo, very good, keep it up. KM saying very good, very good. Lot of new faces out here. So guys, the only way I will know that you guys here is when you interact on and off, all right? Understand? But at the same time, don't spam, and if somebody spams, you know what to do, right? All right. Yes, very good, Athar. Hello, welcome all the new minions. And let's go ahead with the next question. Here it comes. The height of mercury barometer is 75 centimeters at sea level and 50 centimeters on the top of a hill. What is the ratio? No, the ratio of density of mercury to that of air is 10 to the power 4. Then the height of the hill is which of the following? Let's try to do this problem. Okay, don't worry about the options again. All right, let's see. So at the sea level, the pressure P naught, all right, is 75 centimeters of Hg. At the top of a hill, it is 50 centimeters. It's 50 centimeters of Hg. Oops, I forgot that 0. So P is 50 centimeters of Hg. Hence, that change in pressure, all right, that change in pressure is basically 75 minus 50, which is nothing but 25 centimeters of Hg. Now think about it. This is telling me the pressure difference is as much as, how much is it? It's as much as 25 centimeters of mercury column. Now it is given that mercury is 10 to the power 4 times more dense than air. So think about it. For if 25 centimeters of mercury creates that pressure difference, how much height of air will create that pressure difference? Obviously multiply it with the density ratio. So just take 25 and multiply 10 to the power 4 times, because air is lighter, and because it is lighter, so you need more height of air to achieve the same pressure difference as that of this small column of mercury. So to achieve this pressure difference, you need a small column of mercury. So the height of air column will be 25 into 10 to the power 4 centimeters of air. which is going to be 2.5 kilometers, guys. Yes, that's the answer. All right, all right. I hope this is clear. 2.5 kilometers, that's the answer, guys. Cool, cool, cool. Great. Let's get going to the next question. That's the answer, guys, like you can see on the board. Let's get going. Cool. There we go. Next question. Sounds confusing, but believe me, it is not. Yes. A car is traveling at a velocity of 10 on a straight road. The driver of the car decides to throw a parcel with a velocity of 10 root 2 with respect to the car. Okay. When the car is passing by a man standing on the side of the road. Now the parcel is to reach the man directly. Okay, so what is the direction of the throw made by that person with the direction of the motion of the car? So that's what the question is. There are some options: 135, 45 degrees, tan inverse of root 2 and tan inverse of 1 by root 2. Let's see how to solve this. Obviously, first we should start with the diagram. So from the top view, just imagine this cool looking yellow color car moving towards your right side, and just beside the road there is this pandu standing over here. And remember, it is clearly mentioned in the problem that the man is standing on the side of the road. All right, when the car just happens to pass by, the person just happens to be beside that road. So it is perpendicular. Now think about it. The velocity of the car is given to be 10. Okay, but with respect to the car, he has to throw the parcel. Now think about it. If you are going like this, and if you throw the parcel like this, exactly at 90 degrees, do not forget the parcel is moving along with the car. So the parcel is not only going to go this way, but it is also going to get the velocity of the car. So in total effect, it's going to move like that. You are throwing it this way, the car is going like this, so effective velocity will be there. So it won't reach the person there, it will reach somewhere in the front over there. Understand that? So for you to throw it towards this person, you will have to throw it slightly towards the back so that it reaches over there. I hope this is clear. Yes. Now think about it. Velocity of the parcel will be equal to velocity of the, think about this now very carefully. See, there was a simple rule, guys. Velocity of the parcel with respect to car is velocity of parcel minus velocity of car. This is something which you have already learned in relative velocity. V12 is V1 minus V2. Therefore, Vp is equal to Vpc. Bring this on the other side plus Vc. Just bring it. Now think which one is what, okay, and in what direction. Vp, which is the velocity of the parcel, the actual parcel's velocity must be directed here. Actually, this is the true velocity of the parcel with respect to the ground. It should actually move here. This 10 is nothing but velocity of the car. So now think about it. If Vp is over here, okay, and Vc is over here, and you know there is one more vector which I need to add to Vc to get Vp. Where should that vector be? Obviously over here. So this must be Vpc. Think about it. Vc plus Vpc is Vp. That's what this vector equation says. And this is 90 degree. And what else is given? This magnitude is 10 and this magnitude is 10 root 2. Guys, isn't this obvious now? Think about it that this should be 45 degrees, because if this is 10, hypotenuse is 10 root 2, this is also going to be 10. Yes, this is also going to be 10 and this is going to be 45 degrees. So is this going to be 45 degrees? The question asks, with the direction of the motion of the car, where is the car moving? The motion of the car is over here. The motion of the car is over here. So the question is, what is this angle? Obviously 135 degrees. That should be the answer. I hope this is clear. Yes, you can take Ankit. No problem. There is no harm in taking volume 2 of HC Verma. It's okay. Anyways, you're going to need it. Hi Nandini, join in. And in case you guys are a little bit late, don't worry. It's okay. You just have to replay back the session later on, or you can replay it even now, you can go back and watch it at 2x speed or something and come back over here. So in any case, watch the lecture live. That's very, very important. Santosh, no, 150 is too less to get into NIT. Okay, let's get going to the next question. So 135 degrees is the answer. Yes, no problem, Nandini. It's okay. Watch the remaining part of the lecture. And for all those students, especially now, I think Santosh, you asked 150, is it enough? No, it's not enough. Let me tell you that. You need minimum 180 to 200 marks to get into NIT. Plus, this year, I feel the competition is going to be slightly more tougher because, you know, in the pandemic, people had a lot of time at home to actually prepare for JEE. So I have a feeling that, you know, people have prepared really well because the schools were not opened, etc. So I think most of the people would have actually prepared well than before. Yes, the stress induced cases might be there, but you know, there was a lot of time for that preparation. And plus the syllabus has been reduced, so that makes you know, even more sense that, you know, the cutoff should probably go higher. We do not know, but most likely that's what is going to happen. So guys, if you have all these kind of troubles, like, you know, a lot of portion is there, or if your score is low, or let's say you do not know how to manage time and you want to attend a lot of test series, but you do not know which one to attend. And also, you know, some of you probably face the dilemma of how to do boards as well as JEE preparations simultaneously. And some of you, of course, have that problem of, you know, how should my lecture plan be? How should my study plan be in the last few days? So do not bother about it. We have made a plan for all of you. All right. And this plan includes 11th and 12th standard syllabus, both. Yes, both syllabus, along with mock tests, along with discussions, and the most important thing, that is doubt solving. And also guys, the notes which you are going to get after every class. Yes, we have created that for you. Notes of every class, handwritten plus printed. And also you're going to get, you know, test series, 20 mock tests, and also their discussions, and the complete syllabus will be revised, which is very crucial for the last few weeks. And I feel, if you feel that you're not so confident, or if you feel that, you know, you're not going to get so many marks right now, then I feel you should definitely enroll yourself in the crash course right away, because the next crash course is starting this Monday. Yes, this Monday the crash course is starting for all the 12th standard and the dropper students. And I feel that you must definitely have a look and get yourself enrolled right away. Do not delay, do not hesitate. And if you still have some doubts, do ask me on either Instagram, which is already mentioned, my handle, all right, Shreyas_Vedantu. Or if you still have some doubts, you can post all your comments after the video ends. So the course usually is offered at 10,000 rupees, but since you are attending these classes over here on YouTube, you are going to get 20% off, and you are going to get this crash course at 8,000 rupees. And the coupon code to get that 20% off, yes, that's the coupon code, SHCC. Only when you use this coupon code, you're going to get that 20% off. So use this and get yourself enrolled today, because the next batch is starting on Monday. As the seats are limited for every Monday's batch, and every next Monday, again, you have to wait for one more week. I feel that personally you should not wait for so long. Get yourself enrolled, clear the JEE Mains examination so that you have enough time for preparing for JEE Advanced examination. Yes, so Shivram, it's not free because you have to pay for the teachers, you have to also pay for the test material and stuff like that. So it's at a very low price. Actually, if you see 10,000 brought down to 8,000 for 45 sessions, just learning sessions, plus 20 test series, plus special guidance sessions, plus doubt solving, unlimited, from morning till night, till your last examination. Understand, even if the crash course ends in 45 days or whatever, your doubt solving facility will be available till your last examination. So that's the best part about it. So Subhash, if your NTA mock test score is 239, that's a good score. Yes, that's a good score, and definitely you are going to get into some NIT for sure. Yes, Subhash. All right. So Ankit, pro subscription is what I would say for you. Pro subscription. NIT, that's what you are asking, VK. NIT is basically National Institute of Technology. These are HRD funded ministry institutes which are there in almost every state. They come at par to some of the new IITs, and some of the old NITs are in fact better at that, and they are next to IITs. That's what I would say. So yes. So can you tell the timetable for studying? Yes, Nandini, why don't you ping me on Instagram, or why don't you put up a comment after the video? I'll definitely help you out with whatever doubts you have. Yes. Okay, cool. Okay. Yes, Santosh, you can do that. You can clear and get into NIT even with 1 year of preparation, but you need to put in twice the effort as the effort of a person who puts in for 2 years, because usually you need that 2 years, but because you just have 1 year left, you need to put in that extra hard work to clear it. Hello Swapnil, welcome. Shivram, I'm going to finish the syllabus on this channel by next week or 2. Yes, before the JEE Wiens, almost everything will be covered. So considering the deleted part, it becomes even more easier. So most likely by next week or 2, everything will be done. Okay, cool. So Shubhash, don't worry. Once JEE Mains is over, I'll make a video on how to study for JEE Advanced also. Don't worry about it. Now let's focus on the session, guys. Any more doubts you have, please put it up after the video ends below. I'll respond to it, or ping me on Instagram. Now this is a road which is banked at an angle of 30 degrees with the horizontal, and you're negotiating a curve and the radius is 10√3 meters. At what speed will the car experience no friction while negotiating that curve? Take the value of G as 10. And these are the options given in kilometers per hour. Subhash, 5 hours is less. Okay, so I'll talk to you later on. Let's focus on the session, Subhash. So please ask the relevant doubts now. Later on, you can post all your doubts after the video ends. Okay, cool. Now, here it comes. The road which is banked at so and so angle, and the car is experiencing no friction. That means the car is traveling at the optimum speed. Remember, at optimum speed, there will be no friction. And the value of optimum speed is root rg tan theta. Now, what is the optimum speed going to be? Let's calculate. Radius 10√3, value of g 10, tan theta, tan of 30 is 1 by root 3. Root 3 goes, 10 tens are 100, 100's root is 10, but this will be in meters per second. The final options were in kilometers per hour, so it will be 36 kilometers per hour. That's a direct formula based question. So these are the kind of questions which are in fact actually asked in JEE Mains, believe me. Yes, so you should know the formulas. So that's the final answer. Here it is. Okay, next question coming up on your screen. Yes, there we go. Yes. Two spherical bodies of same mass m are moving with velocities v1 and v2 respectively along the same line. Yes, so they are moving along the same line. These bodies collide perfectly inelastically and head on, and the loss in the kinetic energy is which of the following? This is the question. Should I make notes for this question, Ankit? Not the question, but I feel for solution wise, if you want to make, yes, you can make. So if you want to simultaneously solve as I'm solving, you can do that, Ankit. Thank you. Welcome, Subhash. Don't worry, Subhash, whatever doubts you have, just post it. And if you see my previous videos also, whatever doubts my students ask, I respond to each and every doubt, whatever students are going to ask me. Don't worry about it. Okay, so here it comes. Next question. Oh, let's solve this. First, let me bring that diagram up. And here is the diagram. And the masses are moving with speeds v1 and let's say v2. Okay, and they collide. Both of them are going like this. They collide, and after they collide, they move with one common velocity v, because it is given. It is a perfectly inelastic collision. Perfectly inelastic means it should stick together. That's very important. Cool. Now, if that is the case, let's first figure out what that velocity is by conserving momentum. So let's conserve momentum and see what will happen. So by momentum conservation, m masses are same because of the same mass. That's what is given. mv1 plus mv2 will be m plus m total mass. They stick together into v. Therefore, v is equal to v1 plus v2 divided by 2. Okay, now the question is something else. The question is, what is the loss in the kinetic energy? Remember, the loss in the kinetic energy will be the initial minus final, because the bodies are going to lose some energy in this process of inelastic collision. So initial energy is going to be more than the final. And what is the initial energy? Half m v1 square plus half m v2 square. That's the initial energy. Remember one more thing, for any kind of collision related problems, always make it a point, this is in fact a trick, always make it a point to draw before and after diagrams. That way you get clarity, you understand it, you can visualize it, and you will not make silly mistakes. So always draw before and after diagrams. I have told you this before in my usual lectures as well. Minus half into 2m into new velocity square. So that's the change in the kinetic energy. So let us take m by 2 common, and what do we get? We will get v1 square plus v2 square, and we have 2 over there, and v square. Now v square is this square, so it will be divided by 4, and v1 plus v2 whole square will be v1 square plus v2 square plus 2 v1 v2. That's what I'm going to get. Now this 2 and that 4 is going to get cancelled. So I'm going to have v1 square minus v1 square by 2. So it's going to be m by 2, and it's going to be v1 square minus v1 square by 2 is v1 square by 2 plus v2 square minus v2 square by 2 is also going to be v2 square by 2. Then minus 2 and 2 will cancel, and you will have let me just put that 2 as it is over there, minus 2v1 v2 divided by 2. You might be wondering why am I keeping that 2 over here. You'll understand it in the next step. Now think about it, guys. What's going to happen next? So the change in the kinetic energy will be, if you check the numerator, since the denominator is same, I can add them up. v1 square plus v2 square minus 2v1 v2 is the expansion of the form a minus b whole square. So can I not say this is m by 2 v1 minus v2 whole square, and that 2 remains as it is, so it will become m by 4 into v1 minus v2 whole square. So that's the final answer, guys. Yes, this is our final answer. I hope this is clear. Yo, cool? Ankit, I'm not sure, 24 hours of study, when are you saying? Okay, cool. Let's get going. Yes, that's the answer. 1 by 4 v1 minus v2 whole square. Next question up on your screen. There is a solid sphere of some radius r, mass m, and it is rolling by applying some force acting at the top surface. So there is a sphere and it is rolling, and you are applying the force only on the top surface. Okay. The sphere starts from rest and rolls without slipping. Then only one option is correct. What is the work done by force when the center moves by s is 2fs. Second option, work done by force when center moves by s is 3 random. Okay, work done by force when the center moves by s is fs, and work done by that force when center moves by distance s is 4fs. So many options are there. Let's try to figure this out. Now remember, I have told you this in rolling motion, that this bottommost point, the point of contact, all right, this point has, the point of contact has 0 velocity. This center which is there, if it has velocity v, then all right, this is the velocity of the center. Then the velocity at the topmost point, keep in mind, is always 2v, because it is v plus omega r, and remember omega r itself is v, because it is rolling. That's why omega r is also equal to v. So it is 2v. Now this makes things really clear, that if this center moves by a distance of s, all right, if the center moves by a distance of s, the topmost point, since it has double the velocity, in that same time it's obviously going to move 2s, twice the amount. Isn't that clear? So the topmost point moves with twice the velocity, so it's going to move double the amount. Hence, if that force was acting onto it, if there was a force acting onto it, then what is the work done by that force? it will be F into 2S. That is the final answer. I hope this is clear. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Very good, Kirito, Falak. Amazing. Yes, that's the correct answer. So, work done by that force when the center moves by S is 2Fs. Keep this in mind. Cool. Amazing question. Guys, these are the most expected questions for the upcoming JEE Mains examination. And even if you are in 11th, you can at least attempt the 11th standard questions. And trust me, there is no harm, because next year anyways you are going to write the JEE Mains examination. So come on guys, show some josh, be full of energy and full concentration, and stay till the end because some amazing questions are coming up now. The radii of two planets are R1 and R2, and their densities are ρ1 and ρ2. G1 and G2 are their accelerations at the surfaces. Then what is the ratio of G1 by G2? Some crazy looking options out here. Let's do this. And this is a beautiful planet. And what is the value of acceleration due to gravity on the surface? We all know it is Gm by r square. This is a formula which you should remember. And mass of a planet, I can write it as, why am I writing mass in some other thing? Because density is given, right? So convert mass into density. So mass is density into volume. Now volume of a planet, assuming it to be a sphere, is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Now the best part, it will become G 4 pi by 3 r cube and r square. Only one r will remain, and that rho will also remain. And these terms are nothing but constants. This is nothing but a constant. Now this makes it very clear what should G1 by G2 be equal to. If I take the ratio of two planets of different radii, different densities, it should be R1 ρ1 divided by R2 ρ2. That's the answer. Now here is the trick, guys. Whenever you have problems of ratio, not just in the chapter of gravity, but even in current electricity or any other chapter, do not take the ratio in the first go. First derive a general formula. See what and all is it dependent on, because many things will be constant, and once you derive the direct indirect relationship, then take the ratio, because then it looks simple. Imagine putting all these things over here in the numerator and denominator and then sitting and cancelling all of them. It's such a tedious, messy job. So do not do that. That's going to unnecessarily waste your time. So this is a method which is more efficient and it will save your time. Okay, so that's the answer. ρ1 r1 by ρ2 r2. Let's get going to the next question. Looks tricky, looks difficult. I know you have started wondering, oh my god, this inclined plane projection. Don't worry about it. This is very easy. Okay, cool. Yes, here it is. Time taken by the projectile to reach from A to B is t. You might be wondering, sir, what is the formula for time of flight for inclined plane? Don't worry. Then the distance AB, matlab range, is how much? Crazy looking options, but let's solve this the easy way. You will be surprised to know that inclined plane projection is not a new type of projectile. Yes, it is in fact your normal projectile. How? Because when you throw this body, alright, it goes like this. It wants to fall here, but you stopped it midway. It's an incomplete projectile, isn't it? It's an incomplete projectile. So, in a way, it's a projectile motion which has been stopped somewhere in between. So, all the theory what I learned in my normal projectile is still applicable here. So, here is the thing. I'll drop a perpendicular here. I'll drop another base here. And this is 90 degrees. Cool. This is X. Now I'm pretty sure you are getting what I want to do. This triangle, this is R, which is the range, and this angle of course is how much? 30 degrees. Okay, now think about it. How much is the displacement in the X direction? That displacement in the X direction is velocity in the X direction into the time in the X direction. The time taken to go from here to here is t seconds, it's given. T is the time taken to go from here to here. So for t seconds, if it travels with ux velocity, what is the velocity in the x-axis? Use cos 60 component, and that is constant. u cos 60. Please remember, this is going to be a constant. Why is it a constant? Since acceleration in x direction is 0. There is no acceleration in x direction. So into time. So therefore, this is just going to be cos 60 is half, right? So it will be ut divided by 2. That's the answer for x. But hold on. X is also, don't forget, r's cos 30 component by geometry. So this is also r cos 30 degrees, and that is going to be ut by 2. And what is cos 30? So I can put it over here itself. It's okay. Well, cos 30 is root 3 by 2, which is ut by 2. 2 cancels, and what did we have to find? R. Yes, r will be ut divided by root of 3. That is our final answer. How simple it is. Two concepts used. Velocity in the x direction is constant. So displacement in x is velocity in x into time. That's it. So just look at x motion. And second thing, use trigonometry. So only two concepts used. No inclined formula. Isn't it really nice? A lot of people would have got scared. Trust me, in the examination, they would have definitely left this thinking, oh, it involves some crazy formulas, let me not attempt it. So that's the whole point. That's how JEE Mains works. So let's get going. Yeah, this is the answer, like you can see. Let's move on to the next question. Let me also drink some water meanwhile. Okay, read the question meanwhile. Okay. Now, here it goes. Let's have a look. A coil of inductive reactance 31 ohms and it has a resistance of 8 ohms is placed in series with a capacitor of reactance 25 ohms. The combination is connected in series to AC source. What is the power factor? What did I tell you when I taught AC? It's all about vectors. And if you remember that trick, you will be able to solve this problem without writing much. Believe me, yes. So you have LCR. Just think about the phasor diagram. So just mark what are the resistances. The resistance is 8 ohms. Okay. The inductance resistance, reactance, is 31 ohms. And the capacitance has a reactance of 25 ohms. Now remember the triangle which I told you, the phasor diagram. Alright, phasor diagram. Resistance is always going to be here in LCR circuit. So this is going to be 8 ohms. Cool. Love is above everything. So L comes on the top. So you will have L over here. Okay, and how much is that? 31 ohms. Capacitance is going to be here. So it's going to be like this. And that is going to be 25 ohms. But I have to find the net resultant now, to find the net impedance, which is the total effective resistance of a AC circuit. Now, first, just like we solve vector problems, this is a vector here, this is a vector here. I'll get rid of few things like 31 and 25. All right, 31 and 25 effectively give me how many ohms? 31 and 25 will give me how many ohms? 6 ohms, guys. Is that not right? So 6 is nothing but 31 minus 25. Now, just worry about this 6 and this 8. What will you get? You will get the resultant here. All right, 6 square plus 8 square. 6 square plus 8 square is how much? 100. Root of that is 10 ohms. And what is this 10 ohms? Impedance, Z. Now, that's it. Our job is done. Whatever angle I get over here, that is the phase difference, phi, between voltage and current. Yes, that's the phase difference between voltage and current. So power factor is going to be cos of phi. And what is the cos of phi value? Cos phi is nothing but 8 by 10, obviously. So 8 by 10, which is nothing but 0.8. That is the final answer. Yo, very good, Purvi. Excellent work. Excellent work. Excellent work. let's get going to the next question. That's how you do this. Remember, AC is all about vectors, phasors, and that's it. How do you add vectors? So point it, that's the answer. Now this question has been solved incorrectly in many places. So let's try and do this. Very, very important. So Subhash, this is an English channel. We won't be responding to Hindi doubts. Okay. So a simple pendulum with a bob of mass m and a conducting wire of length L swings under gravity with angular amplitude of theta. If the horizontal component of the Earth's magnetic field perpendicular to the plane of the motion of the pendulum is B, then the maximum EMF induced across the pendulum is how much? Good evening, Princey. Join in. Okay, so let's see how do we solve this problem. Here it is. Now, first of all, the EMF induced in a wire which is rotating, okay, is dependent on the velocity, length, etc. And over here, it is clearly mentioned that the magnetic field is in the horizontal direction. That's what is mentioned. All right, this is how the magnetic field is, B. Okay, cool. And what else? Yes, the length of the wire is also given. This is L. Now, when will maximum EMF be created? Obviously, when the wire is moving with highest velocity. And a pendulum moves with highest velocity when it is at the lowest position or the midpoint or the mean position. So, this is the point when it will have highest omega value. Keep this in mind. And it will also have the highest velocity. So, velocity will also be highest at that point. Now, recollect the EMF induced in a rotating wire in the perpendicular direction of the magnetic field. Rotating wire, there is a formula for that. In case you have forgotten, the EMF induced in a rotating wire, all right, is half B omega L square. B is known, L is known, omega, I do not know that. How do you figure it out? Well, energy conservation. What is energy conservation for then? So, conserve energy. So, energy conservation. So, the bob comes from here to here. So, if you drop a perpendicular like this over here, you can easily guess that this much, okay, this much length, all right, will be L cos theta, because do not forget, even the dotted line is L. So, L cos theta, if this angle over here is theta, correct? And this much length is L, this much length is L cos theta. So how much is this? This is L minus L cos theta. So that's the height difference. And because of that height difference, there is a potential energy loss, and that loss gets converted into the kinetic energy. Correct? I hope this is clear. So what is the loss? mg L. L is common, right, amongst both of them, and I can take it common. So 1 minus cos theta is equal to half mv square. M goes g L. Now I don't like this cos theta. Okay, so let's see how to. No problem, Subhash. It's okay. Happens. Now here is the thing. Now, what we can do, we can make use of a very interesting trigo formula, and that is cos 2 theta is 1 minus 2 sine square theta. This is a very important formula. So, double angle formula. So, rearranging it, you will get 1 minus cos 2 theta is nothing but, 2 sine square theta. So, 1 minus cos 2 theta is 2 sine square theta. So, if it was just 1 minus cos theta, then what will happen? If instead of 2 theta it was theta, then on the right hand side what will you get, guys? 2 sine square theta by 2. So what will you have? You will have 2 into sine square of theta by 2. That's what you're going to get. And this is going to be equal to v square by 2, because m has anyways got cancelled out. So I have used this substitution over here. Very important point to be noted. Now I'll erase this because I no longer need this. Rearranging this further, I will get V is equal to all right? Because when I take the root, or if you want, I'll just do it step by step. In case you wanted, 2 2s are 4, and this will be sine square theta by 2 GL. So therefore, V is going to be 2 sine theta by 2 root of GL. That's what I'm going to get. And I don't need V, I need actually omega. So think about it, what is omega? Omega is actually V divided by L. So this thing divided by L. That's what you're going to get. All right. Now use this omega over here and let's see what do we get. I'm going to get half B. Omega is this whole thing out here. So it is going to be into 2 by L sine theta by 2. Okay, I'm going to need some space. I'm going to erase this. Okay, sine theta by 2. That's what I'm going to get. Okay, L is gone and root GL. All right, so omega is taken care of. Only L square from here is remaining. I'm going to erase this because this job is done. Okay, so now you can clearly see what is going to happen. 2 2 gets cancelled. So B, 1L will get cancelled, L will remain, and sine theta by 2 and root GL. So that's what you're going to get. So if you want, you can take L inside, all right, that's up to you, and then it will look something like this. B and then sine of theta by 2 root of G. If you take L inside, it will become L square, so it will become L cube over here. All right, so this is how it's going to look like. I hope this is fine. Yes, cool. Let's get going. Understood, guys? So this was one of the tough questions on EMI. What did I tell you? Remember, if you have attended my session on easy topics, what are the topics which will help you get marks? If you have not attended it, check it. It's there in the playlist. It's there in the past videos. Just 2-3 days back, I conducted that video. It will tell you which are the chapters with high scoring marks and which chapters can give you really good marks, can boost your performance, which chapters have difficult questions and all those stuff. So check it out. It's a very important video. Okay, so that's the answer. And yes, there you go. I think this 3 by 2 should not be there for the entire thing. It should be only there for L. That's a mistake in printing. That was actually G root should be there and L raised to 3 by 2. So just correct that. So otherwise everything else is fine. Okay, let's get going to the next one. Let's get going. Hello, study buddy. Okay. Now, in the circuit shown below, I1 and I2 are the currents in the steady state through L1 and L2. Then what is the value of current through this inductor 1? Options are given. Don't worry about it. But you just have to find I1. Now, the way to go about it is, remember one thing. Both these inductors are in parallel. Is that right? If they are in parallel, what will be same across them? The potential difference. Is that right? So if the potential difference is same, potential difference across inductor 1 is potential difference across inductor 2. Think about it. What is the voltage drop across inductor? L di by dt. Yes, that's right. So L di by dt is equal to L di by dt for the second inductor. Dt goes. So I'm left with L di1 is equal to L di2. Now I can integrate this on both sides when current is 0 till the current is I1 and I2. Now obviously I'm going to get L1 I1 is equal to L2 I2 after integration. That's very simple to see that, and therefore I2 by I1 will be L1 by L2. That's what I get. Now if you have understood this, okay, this proper method, now let's go ahead. I'm going to erase this because I no longer need this now. Now think about it. These inductors do not have resistance. They do not have any opposition to the flow of current in steady state. Very important word. In steady state, I have told you about this. The inductors behave like a wire. Yes, just like a wire. Keep that in mind. I have told you about all this. So see how concepts are getting used. So this is just like a battery and a resistor. So the current which will be provided, all right, that current will be EMF divided by total resistance, which is just R. Okay, now what to do? Well, I know what to do. Use componendo, guys. Yes, use componendo. So I2 plus I1 divided by I1 will be L1 plus L2 divided by L2. Now what is I1 plus I2? Kirchhoff's current law. Split the current. So that will be I. So I by I1 will be L1 plus L2 divided by L2. Remove this. I don't need it. So therefore I1 will be cross multiply, guys. It will be I into L2 divided by L1 plus L2. What is the value of I? From here it will be E by R. So E L2 divided by R into L1 plus L2. That's the final answer. That's the value of I1. I hope now it's clear. Yes. Is that clear? Is that clear? Yeah. Ankit, which second step you did not understand? This is componendo. This is componendo property. If A by B, this standard property, A by B is equal to P by Q, then A plus B by B is equal to P plus Q by Q. That's componendo. If it is minus, then it is called dividendo. Okay, so this is an important mathematical property. Okay, cool. Now after that, I1 plus I2 is I. This is because Kirchhoff's current law. This is Kirchhoff's current law. All right, and now after that I have just cross multiply. This is just cross multiply. I hope this is fine. Okay, cool. Okay, so that's the answer. Okay, let's get going to the next question coming up on your screen now. Two concentric coils, same turns, different radii, opposite currents of 0.3 and 0.2 amperes. What is the net magnetic field at the center? Let's try and do this. Answers are given in terms of mu naught. Hello Rinku, welcome to this channel. All right, let's see how to do this. First, let's think about both the wires. Something like this. Okay, what and all is given? The smaller radius is 0.2 meters. Okay, and the current in 20 centimeters is 0.2 amperes. So let's assume the current is 0.2 amperes like this, and the other wire is having a current of 0.3 amperes, I believe, and that guy's radius is given to be 40 centimeters, which is 0.4 meters, I believe. Now, if this much is clear, okay, think about it. What is the magnetic field formula, guys? What is a magnetic field formula? Magnetic field formula is mu naught number of turns into current divided by 2 times radius. Isn't that right? At the center, but there are two coils like this and both are opposite, so the magnetic field will be also opposite, so the resultant will be the difference of the two. So if one wire has a magnetic field of this, the other one will have or will produce a magnetic field of this. All right, and the difference will be this value minus this value. I hope this is clear. N is same because the number of turns is the same for both of them. So take out few things common like mu naught n by 2, and you are only left with I1 by R1 minus I2 by R2. Now just substitute all the values. N is 10, 2 is 2, I1 by R1, all right, so 0.2 divided by 0.2, the inner one, that's going to have a stronger effect, and I2 by R2, that's 0.3 divided by 0.4, I suppose, and 10 by 2 is 5, so mu naught into 5. Now 0.2 by 0.2 is 1, all right, so if you want, I'll do the math over here. Okay, so 0.2 by 0.2, that is 1, and 0.3 by 0.4, that is 3 by 4. So guys, 1 minus 3 by 4 is 1/4, so it will be into 1/4. So the final answer is 5 mu naught by 4. That's the final answer. Is that fine, guys? Everybody, are enjoying this? So many things to learn, so many concepts getting revised. I'm pretty sure mock test is very good for everyone. Yes. So Nandini, which part you did not understand? Please let me know. Hi Rosie, welcome, join in. Cool. Anush, if you are in 10th, you are a little bit early, but don't worry, you can still subscribe to the channel, and next year for sure, I mean not even next year, within a couple of few months, I'm pretty sure you will be back on this channel because you'll be preparing from 11th. Yes, cool. Everybody understanding this? Nandini, which part you did not understand? Please let me know quickly before I move on to the next part. Come on, guys. Yes. Last part. Which part? Last part? Ankit, which part? Last part. This one. This is N is 10, 2 is 2, I1 is 2. It's just substitution. R1 is 0.2 meters. I2 is 0.3 amperes. Isn't that right? 0.3 amperes. And R2 is 0.4 meters. Just substitute it. 0.2 by 0.2 is 1, right? That's it. And 0.3 by 0.4 is 3 by 4. Just maths, regular maths. Hello Ankit Chaudhary, welcome. Okay, cool. Hello Bhagya Shah, welcome, join in guys. So all the new timers out here, we are discussing the most expected questions for the upcoming JEE mains, 11th and 12th standard syllabus combined. There is a mock test which was given to you. I mean, it's there in the description box below. You can open it up and check out all the questions, and we are discussing all the questions. So even if you are late, don't worry, you can still watch it from here and you can watch the remaining part later on. Here is the next question coming up on your screen. Hi Rajdeep, welcome. All the manias out here, join in. Next question, an organ pipe open at one end is vibrating in its first overtone and is in resonance with another pipe open at both the ends. And it is vibrating in its third harmonic. Crazy numbering. What is the ratio of the length of the two pipes? Now, here is the thing. Hello Sunita, welcome. Yes. So, Shivram, anyways, all my classes are conducted at 7 o'clock. So you can definitely attend all the classes live. And in case you miss also, you can watch the recorded ones. Don't worry. Okay, yes. So waves related question. Let's have a look. Now, what is the meaning of first overtone? So let's think about it. For a pipe which is open at one end and closed at the other. So for a pipe which is open and closed, all right, open at one end and closed at one side, all right, understand there is this fundamental frequency and directly there is the third harmonic. Yes, there is directly the third harmonic. The fundamental is called as the first harmonic. Okay, and this third harmonic, remember, even harmonics are absent. This third harmonic is called as the first overtone. So first overtone is the third harmonic. That's how it goes. In fact, if there was a fifth harmonic, then that would be called as the second overtone. Okay, that's how the numbering goes. Now we don't need that. The question is first overtone, that means third harmonic. And another pipe open at both ends. So when the pipe is open at both ends, then you have the fundamental, which is the first harmonic, then you have the second harmonic, all right, and then you also have the third harmonic. In open ends, all harmonics are present. There is nothing like only odd will be present and stuff like that. All the harmonics are present. Now, according to the given question, this first overtone, which is third harmonic of this pipe, matches with this third harmonic of a pipe open at both ends. Now it's just formula substitution. For third harmonic and open close, the formula for frequency, basically the frequency of this matches with the frequency of this. The formula for frequency is harmonic number, which is 3, into velocity by 4L. That's the formula. 3V by 4L, because you know this 3 corresponds to which harmonic number it is. But for a pipe open at both ends, it is basically, again, which harmonic number it is? 3. Okay, coincidentally it is 3 into V divided by 4 into length 2. That's it. 3 goes, velocity of sound cancels. Oops, this was not 4, my bad. This is 2. This is 2 because it is open at both ends. It's not 4. So 2 and this 4 also cancels, and therefore I'll get L1 divided by L2. How much is L1 divided by L2 going to be? It's going to be 1 by 2. That's the answer. Yes. I hope this is clear. This is clear. Ankit is just practice. So I'm pretty sure if you also practice, or a lot, you will also get to know how to solve all the questions. Don't worry about it. Yes. So Shivram, I'll be starting new chapters next week, but whatever chapters you have missed, don't worry Shivram, because I have already conducted them like revision series, one shot series, marathon series, etc. You can watch all the replays, whichever chapters you are not comfortable with. Trust me, you will still enjoy them. Remember, the new batches for the next year will start by April and stuff like that. So if you're in 10th, the 11th standard batches will start by April or May or something like that. And if you're in 11th moving 12th, then the batches again will start for the long term, like the batches which will run for the entire year. All right. Yes, I'll be teaching waves, Aishwarya. Don't worry, next week. So in case you did not understand these formulas, it's okay, minions. It's okay. We are going to do it next week and you will get head and tail of it. All right. Don't worry about it. Cool. 1:2. That's the answer. Next question coming up over here on your screen. Okay. Let's try and do this. There are plates all identical. Area A, distance D. Find the effective capacitance of the system between the terminals A and B. Let's do this. Remember, the trick to solve these questions is first number the plates. Yes, start numbering the plates. Here it is. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, this is 7, this is 8, this is 9, this is 10. Once you number them, try to think about the capacitors. 2 and 3 surfaces facing each other will form a capacitor. 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 capacitors are formed over here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, some of them have the potential of A, some of them have the potential of B, and some others have some other potential. So let's try to think about it. Which all have B's potential? Obviously 3 and 4 are at the same potential as that of B. Okay, keep that in mind. Next up, let's think about A. A's potential is there with 5, 6, 9, 10 is not even needed, so don't even bother about it. Don't bother about it. So that is at the potential of A. But what about 7 and all these things? Okay, so they are at some other potential only. Okay, so 7, 8, 2. All these are at some other potential, neither at A, neither at B. Now start drawing the diagram. How will the diagram look like? That's all you need to think about. Let's start with A. Okay, let's go with A first. So this is A. Remember, A has some potential. Who and all are connected directly to A? 5 and 6. Okay, so show one capacitor like this. Okay, I hope everybody is understanding this. This is 5 and this is basically 6. This is at surface number 6. Opposite to 5, who is there? 4. So show that. So opposite to 5, you have 4. Opposite to 6, who is there? 7. So show that. So this is 7. Okay, done. Now think about it. 7 and 8 are connected to each other. Interesting. So 7 is directly connected to 8. Same potential, you can see that 7 is directly connected to 8. Did you see that? Now, if this much is understood, think what is in front of 8. Oh, that's 9. That's 9. Okay, let's think about it. In front of 8, you have 9. Acha, so what do we need to do? And 9 is directly connected to A, guys. Acha, that means it is directly connected to A. Okay, let me make one more branch here, which is having 9 over here, and in front of 9 you have 8. Now it makes more sense. I'll get rid of this, and now I will join 7 and 8. Now it makes more sense. Look at that. A was connected to 6 and 9. A is connected to 6 and 9, and opposite 9 you have 8. Opposite 9 you have 8. Opposite 6 you have 7. This 7 and 8. The 7 and 8 are connected to 2. Achha, but where is 2? I don't know. Let's think about it later. But opposite 5, you have 4, guys. Okay, that is also taken care of. 4 is directly connected to B. Achha, 4 is directly connected to B. Okay, okay. And it's also connected to 3. Let's think about this. This is getting interesting. 4 is connected to 3. Think about it. And also connected to B. What if I do something like this? This is B. There is 3 here. There is 3 here. Okay. And opposite 3, you have 2, which is connected to 7 and 8. Yes, opposite 3, you have 2, which is connected to 7 and 8. That's the final diagram. Check this out. Yes. Isn't it interesting? This is like using all your brains, creativity, visualization, patience, full focus, concentration to solve this problem. Thank you, Ashwin. I will be really waiting to see all of you over there in Irodo course as well. Yes, it's such a logical question. It's like solving puzzles in your childhood days. Now it's simple. Each of them has a capacitance of C. Now you know how to solve it. All right, find the effective capacitance. All right, these two together are going to be 2C. Correct? These two together are going to be 2C. So this will effectively boil down to, you have A, this 2C, and this C, and this one over here. This is also C, and this is obviously B. Now 2C and C will bring you 2C into C divided by 2C plus C, 2C by 3. So this will make it 2C by 3. There is A here, there is B here, and obviously there is C here. Now again combining it. So this went to this went to this, and this will combine again. All right, and this will make it 5C by 3 because they are in parallel, so they should add. C plus 2C by 3 is 5C by 3. Keep this in mind. Yes, correcto. Excellent. And that's the answer. So C is, remember, C everywhere. Wherever you see C, it's epsilon naught A by D. So substitute it in the end. So you'll get 5 epsilon naught A by 3D. That's the answer. Yes, that's the answer. You can see that. Understanding the power of solving these questions, your concepts are going to get cleared. So guys, it's very important you start attending live sessions. Those of you who are new to the channel or who are watching it recorded, start watching it live. Trust me, there is a difference between watching it live and watching it recorded. Yes, or else we could have just recorded all the videos and put it off here. No? Even though I might not interact with you all the times, that's okay. But watching it live has a completely different feeling. I'm pretty sure you agree with that. And in recorded, you will never get that feeling. You know, in market, there are so many materials available. You can just download so many materials for free. It's there, recorded, but nobody will do that. It's there for free because you will not have fun. You will not enjoy it. You will understand it only when a teacher teaches it live. Even though if you play it recorded. If you have missed something, then there is no choice. Yes, you have to watch it recorded. But that's the advantage, right, of YouTube and online learning. Believe me, in normal offline coaching, if you miss something, you have to sit in front of that teacher next day and the teacher might just give you a summary. He will miss out so many hundreds of points. In fact, when I used to teach in offline coaching, if some student comes to me and asks me, what did you teach yesterday? I was ill, I could not attend. I used to teach them, but I know for myself, I used to miss so many points, not deliberately, but unknowingly. But I feel the advantage of online learning is you will not miss anything. You can watch the exact same lecture at the same time in case of some health issues or some problem happens. Good evening, Shweta. Join in. Yes. Here it is. Next question. The question is, what is the voltage shown by the voltmeter? Now, the trick to solve voltmeter problems is this. Forget there is a voltmeter. Yes, forget there is a voltmeter. Think as if there is just a resistor and solve the problem. So there is one resistor here, here, here. And the question is, what is the voltage across this resistor? That's it. That's it. So I'm Ashwin. I'll be starting for 2022 syllabus by April. Don't worry about it. Right now we are completing all the chapters of 11th and 12th. So all the students who are going to appear the exam this year or next year, they know at least those concepts. We'll be practicing a lot of stuff in the month of March and stuff like that. And by April, you'll be seeing new batches starting for the next year. Don't worry. Okay, so here we go. This is 400. Okay, this is 400. This is 200. This is also 200. The question is, what is the voltage drop here? All right, what is the voltage drop here? That's the question. Now think about it. This 200 and this 200, they are in parallel. So together they are going to make it 100 ohms parallel resistance. So the new circuit is going to look like this. This is 400 and there is 100 here, and this is at 60 volts potential difference. 60 volts potential difference. And the question asked is, what is the voltmeter reading here? Didn't I tell you that formula? Voltmeter reading formula? If there are resistors in series, the voltage across any resistor in series is total voltage, which is 60, multiplied by that resistor across which you want to find the voltage, which is 100, upon the total resistance, which is 400 plus 100. This is the shortcut formula which will help you. And therefore, this will be 60 multiplied by 400 plus 100, 500, 100 by 500, 1 by 5, which is going to make it 12 volts. That's the answer, guys. Yes, that's the answer. Very good. Mr. Best, I think it would have gone to lower resolution. So just see if your resolution has gone to lower or it has been set to auto. Just increase the resolution. Yes. Cool. Yes. Let's get going to the next question, and here it comes. 12 volts is the answer. Next question. Okay. Ideal gas taken through a cycle. Now this is such a brilliant question. Believe me, guys. Many of you are going to get this wrong. Yes, many of you. You might think you will know it, but no. So Nikhil, these are NTA Abhyas questions. Some of them could be previous years, but these are from the NTA Abhyas, which are the most expected questions for the upcoming. It's like a question bank for the upcoming tests of JEE mains. There is an ideal gas taken through this cycle. The question is, if the heat supplied in this cycle is 5 joules, what is the work done by the gas in the process? Let's do this question. Now, first thing you should realize is that this point is not given. So first thing, I might need this point. So how do you get this point? Remember, the question, in that question, the net heat supplied to the gas is given 5 joules. And I hope you remember the area of a cyclic process, okay, is not only the work, net work, but it is also the net heat. Isn't that right? And what is the net heat given? 5 joules. And what is the area? Well, I can do this. This is, let's say, the base, and let's say this is the height of the triangle. So it will be half base multiplied by that height. And what is the base? Well, I don't know. In fact, that's what I need to figure out, I guess. And what is the height? Height is 2 minus 1. That's the height. That's 1. And that is 5. So obviously the base is going to be 10 units. Now this is interesting. This base is 10 units. This point is at 10. So where must this point lie? If this base is equal to 10 units, where should this point lie? This should be 0. This triangle should be on the origin. So a lot of people are going to make mistakes thinking something is wrong and stuff like that. So that's the first catch. So the moment I get this, I'm going to redraw this because I just got the base to be 10, height is 1. I'm going to redraw this diagram. Okay, redraw this diagram just for safety. So this is P, this is V, okay, and the graph is going to look something like this, I suppose. Okay, this is 2, this is 1, this is 10. That's how it's going to look like, and these are the arrow marks. Now comes the best trick, best catch, I would say. Very good catch now. The question is, what is the work done by the gas from C to A? From C to A, what is the work done? This is point C, this is point A, this is point B. Believe me, it is not this area. Why? Because this is not pressure versus volume. This is volume versus pressure. So the area that you have to worry about is this area. Area under this graph. Normally it is pressure versus volume, so you take this area. This is volume versus pressure, so you have to take this area. That's the catch. I hope this is clear. Yes. Now think about it. What is this area? Because that is the work done from C to A. That work done is basically that area. Okay, but hold on. Is that area going to be positive or negative? Look at the arrow marks. Is the volume increasing or is it decreasing? Come on guys, please tell me. Is the area increasing or decreasing? Guys, am I disconnected for some reason? I have a feeling that I'm disconnected. Hello guys, can you hear me? Can you see me? Hello guys, can you hear me now? Oh my god. Acha. Okay, so fine. Okay, all right. My chats got disconnected for some reason and I thought that I lost you guys. So yes, now I can see you. Okay, cool. Yes, you guys were disconnected because I could not read any of your chats. It said disconnected. Yes. Okay, cool. Now, I hope you saw the explanation for all of this. I hope that you saw the explanation for all of this. So this was the area. So I was asking you guys a question. Yes, I was asking you guys a question that is the volume increasing or decreasing in this part? Yes, the volume is decreasing. So that means the area must be negative or work done is negative. And what is the area? Half into base and height. Base is, let's say 10, height is 1. So it is going to be minus 5 joules. That's the answer. So that was the catch. A lot of people would have taken this area, but the answer would come only via this area. Okay? Cool. Great. So let's get going ahead to the next part. And next question, minus 5 joules. Yes. Last 5 questions, subjective questions, integer type. Are you guys ready? I hope the juice has not died out. Because guys, trust me, why are we making you solve marathon questions? You might think, sir, why are your lectures not of half an hour? I could have done that. It makes my job easy. I could have just sat down for half an hour. But Nikhil, that is just a coincidence, but that is not important. The point is, a concept is important. So you might get the answer in the wrong way. So that's not correct, right? Okay. So the thing is, because you need to have that stamina for writing the examination with full concentration, with full focus, and without losing, without losing that focus, that, concentration on that paper. Because if you lose it, you're going to make mistakes, you're going to think about something else, you're not going to remember stuff, and you are not going to have that full josh and energy to write the examination. All right, cool. Let's get going to the next part. I hope you have read it. Let's think about it. Now, temperature of a gas is 300 Kelvin. The final temperature of the gas when its volume changes from V to 2V in the process. P is equal to alpha V. Alpha is some positive constant in Kelvin is. Let's do this, guys. Come on. P is equal to alpha V. The question asks us to find the relationship. It demands rather for us to find the relationship between volume and temperature. But the given relationship is between pressure and volume. So first, get rid of pressure because I want temperature. Use ideal gas. By ideal gas, PV is an RT. So pressure is nRT by volume. So substitute that. So it is nRT divided by volume is basically alpha into V. That's using ideal gas equation. Now rearrange and you will get T is equal to alpha by nR. V into V is V square. So all these things are nothing but constants. Temperature is proportional to square of the volume. That means T2 by T1 will be V2 by V1 whole square. Therefore, T2 by initial temperature 300, V2 by V1 will be 2 by 1 whole square. That's it. So therefore, what are you going to get? T2 is 4 times of 300, which is 1200 Kelvin. That's the answer, guys. All right, very good. So Ankit, right now all my batches in Pro are over because I've completed the syllabus, but some other teachers are teaching for different batches. So how it works is, if a batch starts in April, the batch will get over early. If a batch starts in June, it will get over later on. So my batches started in April, so all my portions are done, but some other teachers have started their batches in maybe May, June, or maybe July. So those batches are still running. That's how it works. Cool. Let's get going to the next part. Okay, 1200 Kelvin. Next question. The maximum kinetic energy of a photoelectron emitted from a metallic surface increases from this to this electron volt when the frequency of the incident radiation is increased by 40%. What is the work function of that metal surface? So let's think about it. When light falls, it has some energy HF, the photons. Some amount of energy gets used in work function. All right, and the remaining comes as the kinetic energy of that photoelectron. All right, now the photoelectric equation is going to be HF is work function, which is nothing but the minimum energy to knock out that electron, plus that remaining energy is going to be in the form of kinetic energy. In the first situation, it is given that, all right, yes, it's given that the kinetic energy, yes, the photoelectron's kinetic energy is 0.4 electron volt. Yes, so it is going to be 0.4 electron volt. That is my first equation. Now, second time, what are you doing? When the frequency of the incident radiation is increased by 40%. Think about it. 40% increase means earlier if it was 1, later on the frequency is 1.4. Understood? If the frequency was 100, it has become 140. So if the frequency was F, it will become 1.4 F. That's what 40% increase above 100 means. So basically what will happen? You will get H into 1.4 F is equal to phi plus, yes, this will become 1.2. All right. Now think about it. HF is already known. It is this value. So 1.4 into HF. HF is that value from first equation. Phi plus 0.4 is equal to phi plus 1.2. Now here it comes. Rearrange 1.4 phi minus that phi from there is equal to 1.2 minus 1.4 multiplied by 0.4. Is that right? Just check this out. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now think about it. 1.4 into 0.4, 5.6. Oh no, 0.56. Now 1.2 minus 0.56 is going to be 0.64. Is that right? So basically you are going to get 0.64 over here, and 1.4 minus 1 is 0.45. Therefore phi is going to be 0.64 divided by 4. So 16 4s are 64. So that means it is going to be 1.6 electron volt. That will be the answer. I hope this is clear. Straightforward mathematics, 2 equations, solve them simultaneously, you are going to get it. You should know the basic photoelectric equation and some basic manipulation. 40% increase is how much? That's all. I hope this is clear. Ankit, though I'm not teaching right now because all my batches are over, I'm teaching all the small micro courses beta, like I have told you, Erodo course, that course, derivation course, so many other micro courses, revision courses for 11th standard. So all those other classes I'm teaching live. Understood? So if you are coming for me, so do join it now only, Ankit. Okay, don't wait for April. Okay. Yes, and by the way, Ankit, all the sessions I'm taking right now are live, and other teachers are also taking live sessions only. Okay. Altaf Hussain, Hindi channel is different. This is English channel. Okay. So this specifically meant Vedantu has different channels for English and Hindi. Okay, cool. Let's get going to the next question. 1.6 was the answer. Okay. Here it comes. Two mirrors inclined at some angle. Light is incident at 30 degrees and it gets reflected from the other mirror and retraces the same path. Very important. What is the angle between the mirrors? Let's try this out. Come on, last two questions remaining. First, when the light hits at 30 degrees, it will get reflected. Okay, like this. And again, after reflecting from the second surface, it will go like that. But the question demands that the ray retraces the same path. That means this ray, when it gets reflected like that, it should not be incident at an angle, because if it is incident at an angle, it will be reflected also at an angle. The only way it can retrace its path is if it falls perpendicular on this surface, so that when it reflects, it will come back via the same path. So actually speaking, it will not come like that. In fact, the ray is going to hit there and going to go back. That's how it's going to look like. Yes. Now let's mark the angles. What is given? This angle is given to be 30 degrees. Check this out. The angle of incidence is 30 degrees. If this is 30, obviously this is also 30, guys. Right? And this was 90 degrees. Isn't that right? And this angle was also 90 degrees because this is the normal. Do not forget that. Now, if this is 30, this is 90. How much is this? This is 60. If this is 60, this is 90. How much is theta? Obviously 30 degrees. That's the answer. Did I write even one equation, one formula? Nothing. Pure geometry. So if your geometry is strong, obviously geometrical optics will also be very easy. It will be like a cakewalk for all of you. So that's the answer. Angle between the mirrors is 30 degrees. Cool. Simple geometry. Yes, let's do that. Let's do a very good, Dharun. Next question coming up on your screen. In a standard Young's double slit experiment, how many maximas will be obtained on a screen? If you do not know much about YDSC, don't worry. Next week, I'm going to take classes on Young's double slit experiment. Waves will be completely done next week. Don't worry about it. But just now, pay attention. Distance between the slits is 3 lambda by 2. Wavelength of light is lambda. Question is how many maximas will be seen? Guys, the logic for this goes like that. When the rays from both the slits meet over here, alright, there is some path difference, and the path difference is exactly this much amount. This is nothing but your path difference. Okay, now if you think about it, if this is the point which is directly in front of it, this is like the origin. Okay, this is the point which is directly in front of it. Okay, now at that point, if you see how the rays will come, they will come over there simultaneously. So over there, the path difference will be 0. 0 will be the path difference. As you go up, the path difference will keep on increasing. And as you go to infinity, alright, to infinity, think about it. What will happen? The path difference will be nothing but the distance between them only. So this distance will only become the path difference between the two rays of light. This is source 1, this was source 2. Because they are almost going like this parallel at infinity when the rays meet at infinity on the edge of the screen. So the path difference will be this difference itself. So what is this distance given? 3 lambda by 2. That means as you keep moving away, you are going to see a point where the path difference is going to be lambda, and in the end almost tending towards 1.5 lambda. which is 3 lambda by 2. And now remember, for constructive interference, basically a maxima, all right, the path difference, that delta x, must be n times of lambda. So 0, lambda, 2 lambda, 3 lambda, and stuff like that. So think about it, from 0 till infinity, how many places do you get n times of lambda as the path difference? Once here, and that's it. Once here at the origin, and do not forget the replica over here. Yes, bottom. All right, whatever happens on the top will happen at the bottom. So there will be lambda path difference here also. So that means 1, 2, 3. So 3 times. So 3 is the answer. I hope this is clear. Yes, that's the answer, guys. Is that understood, everyone? All the minions out there? Understood? Clear? So that's the answer, guys. Okay? Cool. Let's get going to the last question of today's session. Very good. So the question is, there is a black body, okay, and at 200 Kelvin it has maximum energy at this wavelength. So when the temperature is 1000 Kelvin, what is the new wavelength in micrometer? Let's do this. See guys, this is a graph of Wiens displacement law. It says the energy which comes out from a radiation, all right, depends on the temperature, and there is a certain wavelength which is emitted the most at a particular temperature. That wavelength which is emitted the most multiplied by the temperature is a constant. Is that right? Now if you notice, the temperature before was 200 and it has been taken to 1000 Kelvin. How many times has the temperature increased? 200 into 2000. What has happened? It has increased 5 times. So what will happen to the wavelength? To preserve their product, it has to go down 5 times. So lambda will come down 5 times. So hence the lambda max, new one, all right, will be the previous wavelength, which is 14 divided by 5 but micrometer. That's the answer. I hope this is clear. Yeah, is that understood? So 14 divided by 5, that's the answer. But if you want to get it in decimals, yes, then it will be 2.8 micrometer, of course. That's the answer. Cool. Let's see. Yes, 2.8 micrometer. And the PDF of today's session will be available on the Telegram group. All important notifications will be available on the Telegram group. Do not forget to join the Telegram group. The link for that has been placed in the description box below. That's very important. Now, tomorrow I have created a very special video for all of you. Guys, are you excited to see what that video is? Well, you'll have to wait for some time. But that is going to be basically 7 important tricks to crack MCQs. Yes. And believe me, one of the trick is not, in fact, none of the tricks have dimensional analysis. There's a lot of videos say, hey, dimensional analysis is a trick for solving multiple choice questions. No, this is a very unique video, a very special video for all your minions. I'm going to upload it tomorrow. Do not forget to share it, like it, subscribe to our channel for getting more such videos. Yes. So if you're not able to join, don't worry. Ping me on Instagram or ping me below. I'll share the link. Comment on the video below. And for all the 12th standard students, dropper students, the crash course which will cover all the 11th, 12th standard topics along with live discussions, along with doubt solving from morning till night. Yes, that's very important. Doubt solving from morning till night. And how many doubts? Unlimited doubts. Also 20 test series specially designed for all of you, full syllabus as well as part syllabus. Anand sir will take lectures, Pulkit sir will take lectures, and all the other amazing master teachers will be taking lectures, special motivation, tips and strategy sessions for all of you. And the batch is starting Monday. Do not forget to enroll right away because you will lose out on this opportunity otherwise. The course fee is usually 10,000, but the offer price is going to be discounted by 20% and you'll get it for 8,000 rupees when you use the coupon code either SHCC or SHCC21. Just try out both the coupon codes and you will get that offer price. First of all, please go ahead, enroll yourself or else you'll miss out on this opportunity. All right. So thank you guys very much. Abhishek, why don't you post a comment below on the video? I'll definitely respond to you. All right, take care, and thank you guys. Bye bye, all the minions out here. See you on Monday, and see you in the special session tomorrow, which will be uploaded. Bye bye, take care.